Hey everyone, welcome back to the HSC Experience podcast. On today's episode, we have a very special guest, Mr. Fred Ernst, who is the leader of our Hoover Senior Center SongBirds, which are our show choir group that we have at the Senior Center. Welcome.
Thank you. Welcome to you too.
Yeah.
Pleasure to be here with you.
Yes, I'm so glad that we have you here today.
Thank you.
Mr. Fred is recovering from a surgery, and so we are at his home recording today, so we wish him well.
Thank you.
We took the podcast on the road today, so we are on location.
On location, okay. Good.
So tell us some background about the SongBirds, what you know about how you guys got started.
Well, this year is the 30th anniversary season of the SongBirds. It's my understanding when they started, it was initially a group of seniors who wanted to sing together, and of course the Senior Center was not in existence 30 years ago. So at the rec center, they would gather in some room and just sing for the joy of it. And that gradually progressed, especially after the Senior Center opened, to a group that became a little more organized, a little more form to it, and started singing out in the community. They started singing at nursing homes, retirement communities, assisted living, and occasionally a mentally challenged unit. And this is how it has progressed over the years. About 7 years ago, I joined the SongBirds as a member, and I think I'm finishing my 5th year as director of the SongBirds. When I took over, I wanted to change the direction of the group from singing mostly songs from the Great American Songbook and stuff to become a show choir. Because as far as I could tell, there was no other senior show choir in the greater Birmingham area that was doing what this group did out in the community and doing as many concerts a season. Prior to COVID, we were doing 25 Wednesday concerts a season. This year we will do 22. And I say with really great pride, we are the premier senior show choir of Greater Birmingham. There is no other group that I know of that does what we do. It's a fantastic group of singers. We have incredible talent. We have several who were former professionals, meaning they were out there being paid to sing or play the piano. It's and we range in age from 55 to 90. And believe it or not, we have 2 90-year-olds singing in the group that get themselves to the Senior Center and get on the van and go wherever we're going. So that's basically a capsule view of what the SongBirds' history has been. Yeah.
Wow. And for my listeners, I have seen the SongBirds perform. When I was first started my internship, it was a requirement that I had some observation hours, and that my first thing that I did was go watch the SongBirds. And guys, I was absolutely amazed the first time I heard them sing. They're incredible. If anyone in the community, if you ever have the chance to go watch our SongBirds perform, you do not want to miss it. I guarantee it is incredible. And they're amazing. Their little costume changes.
Yes, we do. We have the basic uniform for our women, which is black slacks, long sleeve white blouse, and then this sort of a blue silver paisley print sleeveless vest. And then the guys wear black pants, long sleeve white shirts, and a sleeveless black vest. But to add to the atmosphere of being a show choir, we'll do such things as we'll add hats. For instance, for Western numbers, we wear Western hats. We're doing a Spanish number this year, and we've got Spanish hats. There's sombreros. There's all different kinds of hats. For a Carolina in the Morning, a Southern number, we have the women wearing Southern hats. And then we always end the show with a patriotic number. And we have patriotic hats for both the men and the women wear, and then the women also wear a patriotic scarf around their necks. So this is the way we try to give the atmosphere of a show choir.
Yeah.
And occasionally we'll have a backdrop, so to speak, that a couple of the guys will hold up, like a rainbow, or look for the silver lining. We had the sky with the moon and a silver streak going through it. Again, just to add a little something to enhance the show appearance, because you can't change costumes. Now, this year and last year, one of the numbers that we do is Hello Dolly, and we have a dolly, and she has an incredible costume. The headdress, which was made by my good friend who is at Joann's Fabrics, is a replica of what Carol Channing wore on Broadway for her role as Dolly.
Fancy.
Along with the big red ostrich fan. It's that's going all out.
Yeah.
But again, that adds to, and we've just had one of our members step forward who used to play trumpet, and she's playing in the interlude for a trumpet for that number.
Yes,
So,
I've seen her.
yeah.
I have. She's wonderful.
She's incredible. I mean, and these are people that just come forward, and let us know, what they have done in the past and pick it up,
Yeah, I love that. I absolutely love it. And it's just so unique. And of course, I've never seen anything like what you guys do. And like you said, y'all are really the only group in this community that do what y'all do. So, we're very honored to have you guys.
I think they are, first of all, they love doing what they do.
Yeah.
And that's what keeps us together, is that love, not only for what we're doing, but for each other. We have a tremendous feeling of family. And that was one thing I wanted to be able to create, that because at our age, we need support. And so, here you have a group of 35 people that are more than willing at a moment's notice. If someone needs help or needs something, needs some food brought in or whatever, they're there. And that's just great.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. And again, that's another sort of reason why I started doing this show, is to show the community how, we have groups around, not just the Senior Center, but the city of Hoover, everywhere, just the community aspect. Everybody's coming together, no matter the challenge, no matter the issue. Everyone comes together to support anyone in a time of need. And the SongBirds are just such a special group.
I think it speaks well for the city of Hoover that we have this, especially for a city its size in this day and age.
So I'll move on to ask, I know you sort of touched on your performance schedule and that you do perform various shows at different places around Birmingham, but I'll ask, what type of music do you guys perform?
We primarily sing songs from Broadway and the Great American Songbook, which are staples from, we go back as far as the 1920s or so. Like Carolina in the Morning, it was in 1920.
Wow.
So doing some of those. Next season, I haven't totally put together, but we'll have one or two songs that go back a ways. I think we may do a song called Look to the Rainbow from Finian's Rainbow, and we'll have our rainbow.
Oh, wow.
Across the backdrop,
wow.
Yes. So it's it's a mixture between those two. And we try to program songs that people of the age of the audience that we're singing to are familiar with.
Yeah.
In fact, one of the comments that was just made to me after our incredible concert at Temple Bethel 2 weeks ago was, I was told, one of the comments that the gal that I was working with said, that people said they sing songs that we know, we're familiar with, we can sing along, as opposed to some that they don't know and it doesn't hold their interest. that's why there's a lot of good songs here from more recent shows like Phantom and Les Mis and Miss Saigon and some of these others, but they're not as familiar to this age of audience. So we shy away from doing songs like as great as those songs are, and as much as I love them.
Right.
But they won't be able to relate to it, and that's what helps them enjoy, is they can relate, or if they can sing along, because we encourage them to sing along if they know the words. One thing I tell my singers, my songbirds, because the majority of the stuff we sing in unison, because we don't have a lot of practice time to work on parts. But I said, because of the talent that's in there, a lot of them can sing harmony. And I said, give me harmony. I said, there's just 2 requirements. I said, you've got to sing on pitch and in the right key. So otherwise, give me as much harmony as you want to give me.
Of course. And I love that you said about, the various different types of songs and the era that the songs come from that you sing, everybody can relate to. I love that because it shows sort of the timelessness of these shows and this music. I personally love Broadway. I've, been to New York, seen some shows, and I love it. Even when I saw y'all in concert, I knew every song y'all sung.
How can you beat music from Rodgers and Hammerstein, Lerner Lowe, Kern Hammerstein, Cole Porter? Those are timeless.
Yeah, and even I feel like sometimes even if people don't know like the name or the artist, they'll know it anyway because they're so well known.
They'll recognize the tune. Yes, you're correct.
Yeah, I love that about what you guys do. So I guess we'll sort of wrap up and ask. My listeners know that we have a playlist, and my goal is to ask every guest some of their favorite songs. And this is like the most perfect interview to ask you some of your favorite songs to add to our playlist.
Well, let's see. Let's go to probably my 3 most favorite musicals of all time for me. Showboat, Carousel, and Brigadoon.
Okay.
And from Carousel, there's If I Loved You or You'll Never Walk Alone. From Carousel, from Brigadoon, it's what I'm thinking. Talk to the Trees. Almost Like Being in Love. Heather on the Hill, and Showboat. Oh God, You Are Love. Old Man River. Old Man River is a song that I sing when I'm doing solo work. Those are just timeless.
The whole thing. I'm gonna add the whole album.
Just wonderful. And as I had told you prior to interview, right out of high school, I spent 12 summers singing with the Cleveland Orchestra in the summer season, and we were doing this pop concert music. And that's where I draw a lot of my ideas from for programming that we used to sing there because they were so popular.
Yeah, and guys, Fred's wonderful. You're just the most lively conductor. You're very into it. Everybody just loves to watch you. It's really a part of the show.
I'm very animated, but that comes from the incredible world-renowned conductor that I sang under for 12 summers, Louis Lane.
Wow.
He was very, very animated, very just jumping around.
Getting into it.
And that's the way I conduct.
I absolutely love it. Well, this has just been such a great interview, and we wish you well in your recovery.
Thank you.
And
it's slow going, but it's going.
Yeah. And guys, if you have any more questions or anything, ask me in the comments, or if you want to know how you can get involved with the Songbirds, give the Senior Center a call. We would love to give you more information. And thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Thank you so much, Fred, for coming on my show.
Well, my pleasure to be with you. Thank you for asking me.
Yeah, this was wonderful. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.